Hello everybody. So today we are back with a very interesting question. So let's first discuss about the question. Okay, so here we have longest sub consecutive subsequence. Longest consecutive sequence. Okay, so question says given an unsorted array, mark the unsorted word array of integers. Okay, now we have to return the length of the longest consecutive element sequence. Okay, now you must give the algorithm in big O of n types. Okay, now we cannot sort the element because it has been said that big O of n time, and by sorting we know that sorting would take big O of big O of log n times, n log n times. This is for sorting. Okay, so we cannot do sorting. So that means big O of n means we can only traverse. Okay, and anything else? No. Okay, so we can use space. Okay, it has nothing been mentioned about space, so we can use space. Now let's take the example, first example, 104 200 132. Okay, now we have 104 200 1 3 and 2. Okay, this is our array. Okay, am I right? 104 200 132, 104 300 200 132. Yeah. Now what could be the maximum sequence, maximum consecutive sequence? Yeah, here if we apply 100, does it has 101? What does sequence mean? Sequence means if we have 1, then we must have 2. If we have 2, then the next sequence it would be 3. So we need the longest sequence. So here we do not have 101. Okay, so 100 cannot be the sequence. 4, do we have 5? No, but we have 3. Okay, we have 3, so 3 4 can be the sequence. 3 4, but we have one more element 2, so 2 can be here, and 1 also, 1 can be here. So this one has length equals to 4. Let's check another longest is possible. No, this is the only longest sequence possible here. Okay, so this is our longest sequence for this example. Now for this example we have 0372, we have 0372 0372 584 601 584 60 and 1. Yeah, okay, 0372 0372 584 584 601 601. Yeah, this is the comma. Now I need to check the longest sequence. Longest sequence. Here we have 0. Do we have 1? Yeah, we have 1. So 0 1 can be a sequence. Do we have 2? Yeah, do we have 2? Okay, we have applied 0 2. Okay, okay, now see, we have added 0 to 1. Okay, now do we have 3? Yeah, we have 3. We have 3. Do we have 4? Yes, we have 4. 5? Yeah, 5 is there. 6? Yeah, 6 is also there. 7? Yeah, we have 7. 8? We have 8 also. Okay, so 9? No, 9 is not there. Okay, so this is our longest sequence. I think all elements are used up here. All elements. Yeah, so this is our longest sequence. The length is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Here length would be 9. Okay, yeah, 9, and the first one was 4. First one was 4. Yeah, 4. So what could be our approach? So first of all we need to solve in big O of n times. Big O of n times. Okay, now we can have an approach like we can say, for example, we have that array 0 1 2 3 0 3 7 2 and 5 8 6 4 0 1. Yeah, we have this array 0 3 7 2 5 8 5 8 4 4 6 0 1. 601. Okay, we have this array. Now we need to first of all just check the pattern. The pattern here that we can apply is hashing. We need to store the elements in a hash map. Okay, in a hash map we will contain the element and true or false. Okay, that means we will check if the element present or not. Okay, basically we will check the element only. We are not concerned much about true or false. Okay, so now check. First of all, we have a present map. We will name the map called present with element and a boolean value. This element is of type integer. Okay, now store the hash map present. Okay, we have this present. Now store the elements 0. First of all, we will traverse from the array. 0 is present. Does 0 is present in the hash map? No, 0 is not present, so make it present 0 and make it true. Now 3 is present. No, 3 is not present, make it present 0 3. Similarly, add all the elements. All the elements would be added in the hash map. 7 true, 2 true, now 5 true, then 8 true, 8 true, 8 true, 4 true, 6 true, 0 true, 1 true, 0 true, and at last 1 true, 1 is true. Okay, so these elements are in our present hash map. The hash map we have named as present. Now we will make another hash map called check or visited would be much better. Visited. Okay, it will also store element and a boolean value. Okay, element and a boolean value. Now traverse from 0. Okay, traverse from 0. Now check. Okay, so now we need this the series of elements. The question is that we need a consecutive sequence. Okay, so check the starting element. How do we see that this element is the starting element? How do we find that? For that we will check if this ith element and -1, 0 minus 1 equals to -1. Is -1 present in the array? How do we check that from this present map? Check, is -1 present? No, -1 is not present. So that means this 0 can be a starting element. It can be not. It indeed is an starting element. Yeah, indeed it a starting element. So add 0 and make it true. Now check for. Now see, we have found one starting element. So now we will run a while loop. Okay, now we will run a while loop inside this for loop. Now we will run a while loop and check for 0 plus 1. This element, this is our current element. This is our current element, and check for current plus 1. Current plus 1 would be equals to 0 plus 1. That is 1. Is 1 present in our hash map? Yeah. Is it present? 1? 1, yeah, 1 is present. So mark 1 as true. And one thing we missed, that we will count here. Count or maximum subsequence. Sequence is 1 here. Now sequence plus sequence is equals to 2 here. Now this one is our current element. Now check for current plus 1. Current plus 1 would be 2. Current plus 1 would be 2. 2 is present in our present map. Yeah, 2 is present. So make the 2 visited. Now this is our current and our sequence is equals to 3. Okay, we have 3 numbers in our sequence 0 1 2. Now check for 3. Similarly check for 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, 3 is present, 4 is present, 4 is present, 5 present, 6 present, 7 present, 7 present, 8 present, 8 is also present, 9 is not present. Okay, so till 8 we mark everything true, and sum gets 4 till 4 till 9. So our sequence maximum value is 9. So now we will traverse. Okay, the while loop is finished because after 8 we have our current plus 1 equals to 9. 9 is present in the map, 9 is not present, so the inner while loop is terminated. Now we will check in the for loop. I was here, now I goes here, now I goes here. Now it will check for 3. 3 is present, yeah, 3 is present. Now again we will check if 3 if 3 is visited or not. Yeah, 3 is already visited here. So we will not run this while loop, okay, because we have already 3 in a sequence. And again similarly we will check for here, where I goes here for 7. 7 is present, but 7 is already visited. Similarly, for all the elements in this array, every elements are visited. So this is our last answer, that is equals to 9. Okay, okay. But what if we get a good example? Let's take a good example. That was not a bad example, but now we will take a little advanced example. For example, we have 5, 6, 2, 15. Now 3, 1, 4, 12, 0. It is 12, 0, 9, 8, 11, and 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah, 16. Okay, we have these elements in our array. Okay, now we know that we will make a present map with element and boolean. Now check, 5 is present, no, make it present. 5, 6, 6, 2, 15. Okay, and for all that we will just make it present. Okay, we'll mark all as present. It was 10, I guess. Now we have our visited map. Now we will check for this element. At first we are traversing in a for loop or a while loop also you can take. I am taking a for loop. This for loop we will check, is 5 present in our present map? Yeah, 5 is present. And is 5 visited? No, currently no elements are visited, so I will make 5 as visited and and make it as our current element, and I'm incrementing the value to 1. Which value? Sequence goes 1. Now check goes plus plus, that means 5 plus plus equals to 6. Is 6 present? Yeah, 6 is present in the map. Okay, I'm checking from here because I have skipped this part. Okay, 6 is present in our map. 6 is present. Okay, so I will mark 6 also present, and current goes here, and sequence plus sequence 2. Now 7, 6 plus 1 means current plus 1, 7. 7 is present here. No, 7 is not. Acha, sorry. One thing I missed. Let me clear it up. Let me clear everything. We have 5, we have 6, we have 2, 15, 3, 1, 4, 12, 10, 9, 8, 11, 6. Okay. Oh, sorry, 6 was 16. Okay. Now we will traverse from here. We will check if 5 minus 1 is present in the map or not. Okay, in the present map. I'm not drawing here, but check if these elements are present. So in the present map also these elements are present. Now check if 5 plus 5 minus 1, 4 is present in the map. Yeah, 4 is present. Now I plus plus, 6 minus 1, 5 is present. Yeah, 5 is present. Now I plus plus 2, 2 minus 1, 1 is present. Now 15, 15 minus 1 is equals to 14, 14 is not present. So this is our starting variable. Okay, starting variable of what? Of our sequence. So we have 15. We have 15 and mark it as true in our visited map. Visited. Mark it as true, and this one is our current variable, and sequence is equals to 1. Sequence equals to 1. Now, current plus plus means 16. 16 is present. Yeah, 16 is present. So mark 16 also true. 16 goes true. Now goes for 16 plus 1. Okay. Mark sequence plus plus. 16 plus 1, 17. 17 is present. No, 17 is not present. Now move out this while loop. This one is our while loop. For this visited array, we have this while loop. Now move out this while loop. Now we will traverse to 3. Now 3 minus 1, 2 is present. Yeah, 2 is present. So this cannot be our starting element. Now I plus plus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Is 0 present? No. 0 is not present. So our 1 is indeed a starting element. Okay. So 1 comma true. Now again, right now we have 2 stored in our max variable. Okay. 2 is in our max variable. So we are not changing this max variable right now. Right now we are not changing. Now we have 1 and true. So we mark sequence equals to 1. Okay. We are not changing max. Max value is true. We are changing the sequence value. So here sequence is 1. Okay. Now 1 plus 1, 2. Is 2 visited? No, 2 is not visited. And 2 is present. Yeah, 2 is present. So 2 mark it as true. Now sequence plus plus. Now our current element plus plus means 3. 3 is present and 3 visited. No, 3 is not visited. Mark it as visited. 3 is visited. Now sequence 3. Current goes here. And 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is present. 4 is visited. No. So mark it as visited. 4 and visited. Now visited and sequence plus 4 is equals to 4. Now this is our current variable. Now check for C plus plus means current plus plus means 5. 5 is present in the map. Yeah, it is present. And is it visited? No, not visited. So mark it visited. So 5 and true. We have sequence plus plus 5 and current is our 5. Now sequence plus plus 6. Do we have 6 here? Yeah, we have 6. So is 6 visited? Not visited. Mark visited. Okay. So 6 is visited. 6 is visited. And sequence plus plus. And now current plus plus. Matlab 6 plus plus 7. 7 is present here. In the present map 7 is not present and not visited. Okay. So since 7 is not present, we will end this while loop. And now we will check which is the maximum value of sequence 2 or 6. 6. So our new max equals to 6. Max is pointing to 6 now. Okay. Okay. Now I plus plus I goes to 4. 4 is present in the map. Yeah, present. And is it visited? Yes, 4 is visited. Now we go for 12. 12 is present and is it visited? No, 12 is not visited. So make it visited. So 12 and make it visited. Now sequence equals to 1 and 12 plus 1, 13. 13 is present? No, 13 is not present. So we will check which one is maximum. Maximum would be 6. Till 6 would be the maximum. Okay. Now we ended our while loop because 6, 12 plus 1, 13 is not present. Now, okay, I again forgot one thing, that 12 is not our starting element. 12 is not our starting element. Since we ended this while loop, I will check for 4. Okay, check 4 was already visited. Now we check for 12. Now 12 minus 1 is it present? 12 minus 1, 11. Is it present? Yeah, 11 is present. 11 minus 1, 10. 10 minus 1, 9. 9 minus 1, 8. 8 minus 1. See here, we ended because 7 was not present. And again we find that 8 minus 1, 7 is not present. So 8 can be, not can be, 8 indeed is our starting element. 8 indeed is our starting element. So we'll mark as visited and make sequence equals to 1. Now 8 plus 1, 9 is present. 9 is present. Sequence equals to 2. And 9 is also visited. I am marking here. Now wait a minute. 9 visited, 10 visited, 3, 11 visited, 4, 12 visited. 12 visited, now 5. Okay, so here, and do 13 is present? No, 13 is not present. 13 is not present. So okay, one thing I again forgot, that 8, 9, and we will check, is 9 already checked? 9 was not checked, that's why we were incrementing the value. Okay, till till 12 no element was visited, okay, from 8 to 12 no element was visited, so that's why we marked them visited and increment the sequence value. Now we'll check which one is maximum, 5 or 6. 6 the maximum value. So for that the while loop terminated, and again we will traverse from here. This was our 12, 10, 9, 8. Okay, we traversed till here. Now we'll check for 11. 11 is visited. 11 is visited. 11 is visited. 16. 16 is visited. Yeah, 16 was visited. So we ended our for loop also. Now at the end we will return the max value, that is equal to 6. Okay, so that was the approach, or you can say the key thing to keep in mind. Okay, now check the code. Now we'll go to the code, Java code. We have the Java code. Okay, let me zoom it up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, now we have sequence or subsequence. This value sequence, it will change in every while loop. Okay, and we have max sequence, this one after the end of every while loop we will update it. Okay, now we will check if the length of our nums array is 0, that means there is no sequence, that means we will return 0. Okay, now we created a map present, and we created a map called check or visited. You can make it visited or check. Now we traverse the whole array and mark all the elements present. We traverse all the elements and marked all the elements present. If the present is not in the map, mark this, that we are marking the elements only one time. That means if there are two ones in the array, we will mark only one time that one is present. Okay, we will not store duplicates in our map. Okay, now we marked all the elements in our map to be present. Now for this check map we will again traverse a for loop and check. Okay, initialize the subsequence to be 0 and check if the element is present or not. Okay, the element -1, this element -1, 5 -1, 6 was present, that means it is not our starting element. Okay, see, the element -1, is it present in our map? If it is present, then we will do this. Okay, again one thing, again we will check if it is already visited or not. If it is not visited, then only we will go inside this if condition. Now check, we will put the current element and mark it as true. Okay, now we have this boolean for our while loop. Okay, we'll mark this index I equals to 0 for current. Which one is our current? This index, this one is our current, that means it is our starting variable right now. Now we will check if the current element is present in the present map. Yeah, and check if current is marked true or not, that means current is visited or not, current was visited or not. For example, check for 15. 15 -1, 14 was not present, and 15 was not visited also. For that, so that now we will do subsequence plus plus and mark 15 as visited. Now increment our current plus 1, means 15 plus 1, 16. Is 16 present in the map? We will check again. We will move back in the while loop and check if 16 is present. Yeah, 16 is present in the map. Now we'll check if 16 is marked as visited. No, 16 is again not visited. Again we will put 16 in our visited map and increment the subsequence value and again increment our current value, that means 17. 16 plus 1 17. Is 17 present in the present array? Here we will find that if 17 was not present, so subsequent value would be 2 only, and we will run out of the while loop. The while loop will be terminated, and here we will check for max subsequence. Max subsequence would be either subsequence or max subsequence, the maximum value of them. At last we will return 1 plus max subsequence. So that's all. That is the code. Okay, see if it runs or not. Check it. Okay, this code will run 100%. Okay, it is running, and it will also submit. Okay, so that was the logic and that was the code. Thanks for watching.